Yeah, and welcome to the Milton Keynes Business Channel. Thanks for your time today. We appreciate you joining us. Today's program is 5 common SEO mistakes that Milton Keynes companies make and how to fix them. This is a series of educational, informative videos that I'm producing to help small business owners in Milton Keynes. So firstly, the first common mistake that I see local businesses make is ignoring local SEO. That's the organic rankings of Google. For many small businesses, that's the most profitable type of marketing, pound for pound. It's essentially free traffic from Google, the organic rankings. Some local businesses have never spent a penny on marketing. They're sitting at the top of Google. They get leads every day, and it's best marketing strategy ever. And how they've done that is just by earning trust and credibility from their customers. So that's whether that's via social media followers and reviews and such like, or just simply tons of 5-star reviews on their Google My Business profile. But a very common mistake, people don't have a Google My Business profile. It takes like 10 minutes to set up. That's the big company profile in the top right of Google when someone types in your company name. So you really, very core basics of SEO in less than 60 seconds. Add location-based keywords. So have the words Milton Keynes, Bletchley, Wolverton, any surrounding villages or towns that you may target. Make sure you have those on your website. Optimize your Google My Business profile. It doesn't take long. You can make a very basic Google My Business profile within 5 minutes. Or if you want to make a complete one where you fill out all the space, it might take you half an hour max. If you're short on ideas, just go into ChatGPT. That'll probably write one for you. Say, here's my website. Give me all the details for a Google My Business profile. If you just want to do it quick and easy, there you go, 5 or 10 minutes. And you'll permanently own that space in the top right of Google instead of one of your competitors appearing there or it just appearing blank when someone looks up your name. And do think about creating localized content. So if you are a plumber in Milton Keynes, then think about having a page that is / plumber-Milton Keynes, plumber-Wolverton, plumber-Bletchley, plumber-Leighton Buzzard, plumber-Bedford, plumber-Northampton, and then write about your services in reference to that particular place. Doesn't take long, quick, simple, and effective. You only need to do it once, and then it's permanently there. Then if I'm in Wolverton or Leighton Buzzard looking for a plumber, and I type that in, I'm more likely to find your page. If your website doesn't have those locations in it, it's very unlikely that people will find you. And that's the most free, profitable pound for pound space in marketing you'll ever get. Look what Google's become from nothing. It's off of creating good quality advertising, and the organic rankings are more trustworthy and credible than the paid rankings. So don't ignore local SEO. It doesn't take long. The second biggest SEO mistake I see local businesses make is a slow website speed. I've looked at over 100 different websites in Milton Keynes, and most of them work okay on desktop. Most of them are really rubbish on mobile, just outdated. These days, like for instance, I build sites in WordPress. If I'm going to speed a site up, I put a free plugin in, press a few buttons, 5 minutes later, it's 99 out of 100 on mobile. It appears well on all devices, doesn't take long. There's so many free tools and technology out here. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes to speed up a website in most instances. The third biggest mistake I see is that SEO mistake, local businesses don't write meta tags and meta descriptions. So, when you see a website in Google, it has like a very small bit of information about it. It has like a title, 60 characters, then has 160 characters below that. A lot of companies don't fill that in. So it only takes a couple of minutes to do each one, just to make it unique, include your main keyword and location, and just write something that will encourage clicks, like get a free consultation or discounts this month only. Click here to find out more. Something like that psychologically says to the customer, come and visit my website, because otherwise they won't. Well, they'll certainly be a lot less likely to. The fourth biggest SEO mistake that local companies in Milton Keynes make is no mobile optimization. There's so many outdated websites there that look okay on desktop, people check it on their laptop and it looks okay, but you look at that on your mobile phone or a tablet, and quite often it's rubbish. It's slow. It doesn't work properly because the website hasn't been updated for years. Websites go out of date. A website from 20 years ago wouldn't work now because mobiles weren't even invented then. There's no such a thing as a tablet. No one had heard of the iPhone. So you try and navigate that website with an iPhone, it won't work because the website wasn't designed for it. So think about mobile optimization. If, for instance, you're using WordPress or a similar type of website builder, it's usually built into it automatically. So and if not, it can be mobile optimized within 5 or 10 minutes. There's so many tools out there. We can mobile optimize a site for like £5 or something, and sites that aren't mobile friendly lose a lot of customers because most people use their mobile to search for stuff now. It's about 60% of users search for local businesses using their mobile. So if your website isn't optimized for mobile, not only are you missing out on that 60%, but Google will have a look at your site and go, that site's rubbish, it's not even optimized for mobile, so I won't even bother to put you properly in the desktop rankings. So you could be losing hundreds or thousands of pounds a month over a £5 fix. The other thing I see, common SEO mistake, and I've been guilty of it myself, is forgetting about reviews. For 20 years, I didn't ask customers for reviews because I was just used to rely on a lot of word of mouth and reputation because I was industry specific before coming into Milton Keynes about a year or so ago. But I've started asking customers for reviews in the last couple of months, and it really does help in Google. This is something I've seen lately. I've picked up about a dozen 5-star reviews in the last couple of months, and it really does help your SEO and credibility, because if every single customer you ever deal with gives you a 5-star review, the only expectation from someone that hasn't done business with you before is that they will have to give you a 5-star review because your service is so good. That's how we trade. So don't be afraid to ask people for reviews. I know it's a little bit awkward, but it only takes someone a couple of minutes. And if you're doing someone a good service, you've given them some value, and they're a repeat customer, they won't think anything of it. They'll be more than happy to give you a review. It only takes a couple of minutes. And make sure you respond to every review. If that's positive or negative, you have to address any reviews that you get. And aim for steady growth. Sometimes Google doesn't really like it. If you suddenly get 50 reviews at once, Google will take a bit of a frown on it. Like, for instance, as I mentioned, I haven't asked for reviews in 20 years. I've only started asking for reviews in the last couple of months. My Google My Business profile has actually had a little bit less activity, even though I've had stacks of reviews lately, because I think Google's a bit suspicious that I got them all in a batch. But nonetheless, my overall SEO in Google has been going up as a result of it. But my Google My Business profile hasn't been over the moon with the fact that I've had a big stack of 5-star reviews in a short space of time. So just to recap on those 5 common SEO mistakes that Milton Keynes businesses make and how to fix them. Don't ignore local SEO. It's very quick and easy to do. Make sure your website's up to speed. People just don't have any tolerance for slow websites these days. Gets up to about 3 seconds. Most people are off to the next website down the road. Click, click, they're off to the next website. Don't have weak titles and meta descriptions. So that little snippet that people see in Google about your website, don't ignore it. You can write it in a couple of minutes, particularly on your homepage. If your homepage doesn't have it, you might go and write it in 2 minutes, and you're suddenly making an extra couple of £1,000 a month, hundreds of pounds a month, just by writing that meta tag, because that's the main description of what your business does and what that website and web page does, essentially. Make sure you optimize your website for mobile. If that just means updating the software on your website or spending a couple of £100 refreshing your website, do it. But most people use websites in the world of local businesses these days. It's up to about 60%. So if your website is rubbish on mobile, you could be losing 60% of your new business and you don't even know it. And finally, no customer reviews. I know it's difficult and it's awkward sometimes asking your customers for reviews, but just ask them. If they don't want to give them to you, they'll probably just ignore you. But most companies, customers, if you've done a good job, they'll be more than happy to give you a review. And just fix those 5 things and you'll be ahead of about 80% of the local competition in Milton Keynes within the organic rankings. And I'll put all of my details in the below. If you want any expert advice and support with this, I'm more than happy to help. Thanks for watching. Watch out for more educational videos from the Milton Keynes Business Channel. Thanks.